Good morning, you guys. I have my best buddy here co-hosting with me today, as always. Today I just kind of woke up this morning and I wanted to make a video that's just like a friendly chat about weight loss. And a lot of times I get Instagram messages from people, you know, that have like a lot of, they're really frustrated and they have a lot of self-doubt. They don't really believe that they can eat carbohydrates or that they can eat a lot of food and lose weight and be healthy. You know, there's just a lot of things that like we're really programmed to think, and it like really hurts my heart to see that kind of stuff, because I feel like weight loss is difficult on its own. It's more difficult like when you're vegan and you don't have anybody to talk to about it and nobody else is vegan, maybe in your family or in your community, your friend circle. Losing weight is just difficult. I made a video about that a while ago where I'm like, you know, we don't live in a world that makes it easy to be healthy. It is so difficult to be healthy in this world. With McDonald's on every corner, you know, we all drive around in our cars with like cup holders that can fill a 48-ounce jug of soda pop. Every commercial is for fast food or a prescription drug. Everybody's drinking all the time and just like, oh, it's crazy. And if you don't have that support in your daily life, it can be even harder. So it's almost like you have to be your own cheerleader. But yeah, I just made a cup of tea, so I kind of suggest you do that or get on the treadmill or something if you want to stick around for this video. But yeah, the biggest thing that I see is people are just really frustrated, and most of the time people send me messages when they've screwed up. And the first thing I tell people is, I'm like, dude, just relax, just take a breath. Like, you're doing this because you love yourself, you know? You're not trying to lose weight because you hate yourself. Most people are trying to lose weight because they want to feel better about themselves, they want to feel confident, they want to be the healthiest person they can be, they want to take care of their bodies, like, so that they can take care of their husbands and families and partners and everything, community, all that kind of stuff. We want to be energetic, we want to feel good, we want to look good. Like, it's not a vain thing, it's a very valid thing to want to look and feel your best. You know, you have this life, let's rock it. Like, let's not walk around in a zombie mode eating McDonald's and popping pills trying to like make ourselves feel better. We didn't get ourselves into this mess overnight. We're not gonna get out of it overnight. And another big thing that I see people really struggle with is if they ever mess up, they totally like mess up. And you can't expect yourself to be perfect, you know? Like I said, it is difficult to be healthy in this world. And if you're doing the best that you can, man, you are doing the best you can. And that's the best you can do. A lot of times when people screw up, it's not really the screwing up that like is the bad thing about it. It's this way that we respond within ourselves that we basically form an entire identity around it. We don't think, oh, I messed up, like, it's okay, I'm trying my best, like, this world is really difficult to be a healthy person in, and I know how to not screw up the next time in this same situation. I can learn from this. Instead, we're usually like, oh my god, I'm such a failure, why do I always screw up, I suck at weight loss, I'm gonna be stuck in this body forever that I don't like, I can't stick to anything. And we just like constantly think all these negative thoughts, and we build this entrapped identity around our actions. And it's not a good thing. We need to be gentle with ourselves. This all should be coming from a place of love. And I know you might look in the mirror and not like what you see, and that's totally fine, but you can't walk around every day hating yourself or thinking negative things about yourself. Because this moment, I'm gonna go off on a little law of attraction thing here, but this moment is the only moment that we have, you know? Like, there is the past and there is the future, but you can't create something. Sorry, I ran out of memory. So yeah, I don't know where that cut off, but this moment is all that we have, you guys. This is the moment of creation. This moment is creating our past, it's creating our future, and everything you say about yourself, everything you think about yourself is going to create your future and your past. Because like if you do something in this moment, you did it, it becomes the past. If you think really positive things about yourself and loving things about yourself, you're going to perpetuate this into the future, and it's going to start to become who you are. And these don't have to be like lies. You don't have to think like, wow, I have a perfect body. I know a lot of people who, I've even done this in the past, talk about the law of attraction. They're like, just visualize yourself how you want to be and pretend that you already are that person. And yes, you can do that, but it's really hard to, you know, think that you look a different way when you walk around in this, like you take this body everywhere you go. You see it all the time. Like you can't blatantly lie to yourself. But you can think a better thought. You can think, instead of, you know, I hate being in this body, I feel so uncomfortable, why are my thighs so fat? You could think, I love myself, I appreciate myself, and I, you know, I'm stepping into the person that I want to be. I'm proud of myself for taking this step, like for educating myself and doing what's best for myself. How much better does that feel, right? So just thinking a better thought and thinking better thoughts all the time. It's not like you have to be this perfect person who like never thinks a bad thought or never thinks anything negative or never screws up, but it's the way that we handle these kinds of things that really determine the future outcome. I've been stuck in this cycle like many times, even though I understand this stuff, you know, it's an easy cycle to get stuck in, because even if you go out with like your girlfriend for coffee or something, a lot of times they're just like complaining about things that they don't like about themselves, or things that they don't like about their partner, or, you know, things they don't like about their job. It's pretty rare that people are talking about all the things they love in their life, and like how beautiful life is and what a bliss it is to like have this experience, you know? I don't have a lot of friends like that. So like when somebody else is complaining, it's almost like we want to start pointing out negative things about ourselves too. If your friend is complaining about like how they've gained so much weight and they can't fit into their clothes and blah blah blah, your response is never like, oh wow, I feel amazing, like that's too bad for you, I have never felt better in my life about myself. Like, you know, your response is usually you want to be on the same level as them. You want them to feel comforted and like it's okay. That's just the biggest thing that I see, is people really aren't, you know, they're very stressed out about the fact that they want to or need to lose weight, and they're very just self-deprecating with their thoughts, and then that translates into their actions. So just try not to do those things. You know, you don't have to build an identity around how many times you mess up on your diet or whatever. And that's the other big thing. Just don't think about this is a diet. When I first lost 70 pounds, I had never lost that much weight in my life, you know? I had no idea how to maintain it. And I kind of had this diet mentality still of like, oh, well, I lost all the weight, like I can go back to eating whatever I want. Obviously I didn't go back to eating animal products. I just, in my head I thought, if I keep eating this way, I'm just gonna turn into nothing, right? Like if I keep eating the same way that I ate to lose weight, I'm gonna eventually become air. But that's not true. Your body adjusts and you eat a little bit more food instead. I didn't know, I kind of had like a diet mentality. Oh, well, if I just eat whole plant foods, I'll be fine. And I was like eating all this fat, all these avocados and nuts and seeds, which are fine. I still eat them now, but I just was eating them in like really big quantities. And it was delicious. But it was very easy for me to gain weight eating this very calorie dense food, because I was, you know, originally losing that much weight eating a starch-based diet that's pretty low in calorie density. I was used to eating like very big volumes of food. You guys see how much I eat? I eat a lot of food. So I just couldn't do that eating, you know, food that was so much more calorie dense. I'm gonna post some videos and some books below for you guys, because I feel like a lot of success really comes out of self-education. And that's the other missing link, is like people will watch my videos or watch other people's videos and they'll be like, oh, well, I'm just gonna eat potatoes and pasta and whatever and I'll lose weight. And yeah, you you probably would if you came from a standard American diet, but you know, there's more to it, and I have done tons and tons of research. I could talk about this kind of stuff forever, but there are better videos for you to watch. There's a video by Dr. Doug Lisle called How to Lose Weight Without Losing Your Mind, and that one is amazing. Like, pretty much that video, if you watch that video, that's all you need to know. Like, that's it. There's another one by Jeff Novick called How to Eat More, Weigh Less, and Live Longer. That's a very, very good video. I always send these videos to people too on Instagram and stuff when they ask me. Read the book The Starch Solution. Like, if you haven't read The Starch Solution, what are you doing? But just the amount of information in that book will just blow your freaking mind. For anybody who did the Eat Your Vegetables challenge, like, so many people were like, wow, I never realized that food volume matters so much. And it does. Really, all it comes down to, you guys, for weight loss is calorie density. If you can eat enough food to feel full and satisfied, you're golden. You don't have to count calories, like, you don't have to do extreme amounts of exercise. When I originally lost all my weight, I just walked. I think I biked like a few times in there and did like some little running challenges, but it wasn't like I did any type of exercise consistently other than walking. And really the biggest thing is, like, if you watch Dr. Doug Lisle's video, the biggest thing is our bodies recognize food as in like weight. So we have stretch receptors and we have nutrient receptors. I'm gonna use me and my husband for example. You guys know my husband, he's like 6 feet tall, he's like 155 pounds, like super skinny dude. He can eat whatever he wants. Ladies, you know that, like, this shit is so annoying when your husband can eat whatever he wants and you're just like, but there's a reason for this. And it's a big thing that bothers me because there's a lot of people on social media who are like these naturally thin people that will just, like, you know, I'm having 2 pieces of peanut butter toast for breakfast and like this big ass smoothie. The majority of us cannot eat like that because we're not biologically designed as the same way that they are. So there are people that have a lot of nutrient receptors, like my husband. So nutrient receptors, they, you know, can tell how many calories are in foods, how many nutrients, how many vitamins, minerals that your body is getting, that kind of thing. Stretch receptors are just based off of volume. My husband and I, and Dr. Doug Lisle goes over like a little picture, he draws out something for you guys. But say like me and my husband both eat a 500 calorie meal of like potatoes and lettuce and a bunch of vegetables and beans, right? We both eat that meal. It fills up a bowl like this big. It's about 1.5 pounds of food. We both eat that same meal. We're both like, yeah, that was enough food. That was great. But say that we both go to a vegan restaurant, like an Indian place, and we get this like really fatty coconut milk curry and some like naan or something that has oil in it and whatever else, right? I eat the same amount of food, but it's just like so many more calories. Whereas my husband, or someone who has a lot of nutrient receptors, can pick up how many calories are actually in this food. And these aren't like normal people. Doug Lisle says that these people are like freaks of nature. We are not designed to be able to pick up this super, super calorie dense food. We're not designed to be able to like eat Oreos and Doritos and be able to have 500 calories of it or whatever and be like, yeah, I'm done. We are very much so designed to eat the same amount of volume of food every single day. So they've done a lot of studies on this, and in Jeff Novick's talk he goes over the studies a lot. But there's a lot of studies showing that people don't typically eat the same amount of like calories per se, they eat the same amount of volume. Like, I'm a volume eater. I usually eat like 5 pounds of food a day. And I need that much food to fill me up. But there are so many different places that I can get that volume from. I could get 5 pounds of food of like nuts and avocados. That wouldn't be very good. I would be 200 pounds. Or I could get a lot of volume, all my volume from, you know, mostly vegetables, potatoes, rice, beans, things that are lower in calorie density. and maybe add a little bit of avocado to that as like a condiment. It's just about where your food's coming from. Like, you don't have to count calories. Your body will do that on its own. You really just have to fill up your stomach to a point where you feel satiated and full. Because for people who have a lot of stretch receptors and we don't have a lot of nutrient receptors, we have to feel full to have that signal go to our brain where it's like, yeah, we're done. We don't need any more food. Whereas somebody like my husband or somebody who's very naturally thin, they don't need that. Like, they can eat half a bag of Doritos and be like, I've had enough. I'd eat a bag of Doritos, a bag of Oreos, a bunch of other shit, and like, I would still be starving. So, yeah, I'm not gonna make this video go on and on and on forever, but it's very simple, you guys. Like, this is so simple. Anyone can do this, anybody. But really, be gentle with yourself and educate yourself. Education is so important because, especially if you've ever seen like Forks Over Knives or What the Health, it's just like tremendous benefits that you get from eating a whole foods plant-based diet. Like, people recover from all kinds of different health ailments, and there's so much evidence. Just read The Starch Solution, watch those movies, watch those YouTube videos, and like, you're gonna have so much fire lit under your butt that you're gonna be like, I can do this. Like, anyone can do this, you guys. It is so simple. It is so simple to lose weight. Eat enough volume. Figure out how much you need to feel full. Like, for me, I know if I fill up this plate with half vegetables and half potatoes, I'm gonna be stuffed. And this is like the plate that I always eat out of. You guys always see me eat out of that. I just know that I need to eat a lot of volume, so that's why I eat so many vegetables, because I have to feel full. If I don't feel full, like, I'm just gonna keep looking in the fridge every 20 minutes and being like, what else can I eat? And that's not where you want to be. And it's just truly the best feeling in the world to be able to eat as much food as you want. You don't have to count calories. You don't have to like work your butt off at the gym every day. You don't have to constantly think about food and put food in Chronometer and like plan out food and all this stuff. You can just find recipes that you like and eat them and enjoy them and like live your life. For every single person out there, I want you to be in a place where you can feel like this, where you can feel like, oh, I don't care about food. Like, if I'm hungry, I'll freaking eat some food, and like, I'm gonna eat food that I know supports my health and supports my goals, and I'm gonna make it delicious, and it's not gonna be a chore. So yeah, I hope you guys like this video. I'm working on another video for you guys that's just like my go-to healthy dinners, and then I'm gonna do a greenhouse tour and another what I eat in a day for you guys. So I'm working on more videos for you, but I hope you have had a lovely weekend, and I'll see you guys super soon. Peace.